Hi, my name is John Donaldson. This is for my informative speech. I'm talking about my father-in-law, Victor Garcia. He is an A&P mechanic that is contracted currently with UPS. He has started in aviation back in Puerto Rico, working for the police, working on their helicopters, and then later on going to American Airlines, and afterwards enlisting in the military, in the Air Force, working on F-16s, and throughout his military career became an officer, got out, went to Boeing, and then from Boeing moved to Texas, worked at ST Engineering for a while, and then got the opportunity to work for UPS contracted. I always ask him many questions that I learned from the beginning of term 2, starting with generals, to term 3, 4, and 5 with power plant, asking what is it really like out there, how do you do this or how do you do that. He always provides me a very good example or the way it really is. He oftentimes says, when one of my main questions is, what is it like when looking in the manuals, or, do you always have to have a book or this or that? And he always says, like, he just prints out the information, and then, because he already knows how to do it, he just always has the information next to him in case the FAA comes by. That way you don't ever get in trouble or lose your license. One of the biggest things I always ask him is, what is it really like when you first start working at a real company? He says people will start to mess with you and don't fall for like the airplane keys, because airplanes don't have keys, or just simple jokes like that. But he says it's very important, make sure to ask questions, respect the senior mechanics around you, and you just learn and gain experience over time doing it. The One of the other big questions I always ask him is, what is it like when you went to the DME? He said it really just depends on the instructor. He was asked 2 or 3 questions and he was done. But, I've also heard of other students that have gone that said they were there for 7 hours. So I really don't know what to expect when I go to the DME for power plant. Coming from my background from the military, I never really had anything that dealt with aviation, so coming to Hallmark University is really exciting for me to get into the aviation career field. I don't really have any experience with it, but I'm really excited and working hard to achieve my power plant license, and soon starting airframe, and hopefully to get my airframe license on time as well. I hope to work for UPS or somewhere in the San Antonio area for a little while, and just hope I can learn as much as possible from Hallmark University to obtain a successful career down the road. Another thing I always ask my father-in-law about is, having the license, does it really make a big difference in your pay? And he says, of course, yes, it does. But another thing that he always tells me is, when you start out, you usually get the night shift, which is expected. It's the same thing when I joined the military. You always get the not the best shifts, but he always says just work hard no matter what. Always have the book open or the printed information, and you should be just fine, especially when the FAA comes around. He says just don't slack and always make sure that you stay on top of things. So this is my speech, and I'm John Donaldson.